they're in a good spot. They may not win this year, they may not make the playoffs this year, but absolute W of the season if they continue that straight. You got young guys that are starting to. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Just Daniel here. No Chris, he's out busy again, but I'm very excited because we got MLB Power Rankings. I love Power Rankings. I've always wanted to do them, just to kind of never knew how, but now I have an idea, so we're going to try this out. I'm very excited. If you guys could all do me a favor and just leave some comments down below on the video, man. I want to build this community I want to build this channel as a community. I want to have conversations with each other. That's my main goal, and I think it's Chris's goal as well. So let's try to get some comments down below. Let's have a conversation down below. No opinions, a bad opinion. So here we go. MLB Power Rankings as well. Make sure you hit that like button and drop the subscription as well if you're not on the road to 600 subs. So MLB Power Rankings coming in at number 30. I got the Nationals right now. I mean, they just traded Juan Soto. Even though they did get a good haul, they got a lot of future pieces there. I mean, it's the Nats. Like, let's be real, you guys are in a rebuild phase. You're 2-8 in your last 10 at the time of recording this. I mean, you also got 37 wins for the year. By far the worst team in baseball right now, record-wise, so justified in the 30th place. At number 29, I got the Oakland Athletics. I mean, 41-71. You're 2-8 in your last 10 at the time of recording this. Then again, like the Nationals, you're in a rebuild phase. You sold off a bunch of your guys in the trade deadline. Montez comes to mind really quick. Chapman, you did in the offseason. Rebuild phase, I'm so sorry, Oakland fans. You guys were really close, and your management just decided not to spend any money. If we had an owner's power ranking, you guys would be dead last. You guys have the worst owners in baseball, no offense. Number 28, you got the Tigers. I mean, the Tigers, are, like I said, they're still rebuilding. A lot of these bottom teams, they're rebuilding. They got a couple bright pieces for the future. Spencer Torkelson did struggle at the start of the year, which kind of sucks. But, I mean, they're young. Give them a couple years. I'm sure they'll climb up the rankings. You got 27. I'm going with the Cincinnati Reds. Same sort of, a little bit different than everything else. I mean, they're not really young. They are selling right now. I think they're just starting to tank. Poor Joey Votto. I mean, I love him being a Red, but it kind of sucks to see him not play meaningful baseball. They're 4-6 in their last 10, 44 wins on the year. They're just not great right now, and I mean, it's pretty simple why they're at the bottom. You got number 26, I got the Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm very excited for the Pirates' future. I think they got a great future going on. They've made some pretty good moves recently. O'Neal Cruz is such a special guy. I'm very excited for him. Henry Davis, can't wait for him to come up. They just got some nice pieces for that Jose Quintana trade. But then again, like all these other teams at the bottom, they're young, they're tanking. Just get the draft picks next year at this point. Number 25, I got the Cubs. I mean, they're not good. I don't know why they didn't sell Wilson Contreras at the deadline. I don't know why they signed Marcus Stroman. I don't know if they thought they could compete this year in a Central that they thought was going to be weak, which, I mean, they're pretty weak, but I just don't see it. I mean, you still had the Brewers. You still had the what's it called? The Cardinals off the top of my head that were going to be strong, so I don't understand why they went out and spent all this money. Cubs, I feel like they lack a plan right now. They're 5-5 in their last 10, 46 wins. I just don't see them really doing anything special to turn this around. I think they should start tanking. That's my opinion. I would sell the team, start tanking again. I hate the word tanking, but, you know, start playing some younger guys. Let's use that instead. Start playing younger guys. And, yeah, I mean, maybe they're doing that. Maybe that's why they're so bad down here. But from what I know, they got a lot of veterans still. Number 24, I'm going with the KC Royals. KC is doing what they're supposed to be doing. I expect Pittsburgh to be here in a couple years. The same sort of model. They just sold Whit Merrifield, so congrats for getting him out of KC. And he's into Toronto playing meaningful baseball, which I'm so excited for. They're not that bad. They're 6-4. Bobby Witt Jr. looks like a stud. So they got some bright pieces, bright future. They also got very, very nice jerseys. Don't get me wrong. I love the Kansas City baby blue. But yeah, it's not a good season so far, and it's going to be a while. fly through the rest of these here so we can get to some meaningful power rankings here. I got the Rangers at 23. They're 3-7 in their last 10. Same sort of thing as everything else. Young pieces need to play. Got Kumar Rocker. Got Jack Leiter. They just need some young. They just need to play them eventually. It's gonna take a while, but they're getting there. Also, you got Marcus Semien, so instant downgrade. He's the worst player in baseball, I think. Hate him. Number 22 got the Rockies. Finally, we have a team with 50 wins here. And then again, it's the Rockies. I don't know what they're doing. Chris Bryant, poor. You're locked up there. You got paid, man, but you're not doing anything there. Colorado has no future, in my opinion. They're very, very rough with their plan. Just doesn't look good. 21 with the Marlins. I wanted to put the Marlins higher, but they're 3-7 in their last 10. The Marlins pitching staff is underrated. Alcantara is one of the best pitchers in the league this year. Same with Pablo Lopez. They just need to get some bats. They are young still, so don't get me wrong. They're climbing it up. I like what they're doing. Give them a couple years. They should be making a run eventually. But yeah, I mean they're close. They're close to competing. Although it's a tough NL East. Definitely a wild card team in 2 years, I would say for sure. Number 20, we got the Angels. So disappointing. Mike Trout, I'm so sorry. Shohei Ohtani, I'm so sorry. Honestly, I would have put the Angels a lot lower if they traded Ohtani. But, yeah. Maybe this is a little too high for them, and I'm just Mike Trout biased because I really like Mike Trout. Same with Ohtani. But they do have the hitting. Again, everything else isn't there, though. Number 19, I'm going with the Diamondbacks. 51 wins on the year, 6-4 in the last 10. I thought they would be a lot lower, not going to lie, once I started doing this, but they're not that bad. They have a much better record than most of the teams underneath them. They're really just not in a position to compete. That NL West is pretty stacked. The NL wildcard's pretty stacked. There's just no room for the Diamondbacks to compete right now. I like to start playing the young guys. Seth Beer's really good. Keel Thomas is great. Ketel Marte, I hope they keep him. They got rid of David Peralta, great move. They're just not ready. It's plain and simple. And we're going with their NL rivals next at 18 with the Giants. Very disappointing year by the Giants, not gonna lie. I thought Rodon would have got traded. I don't see the Giants making the playoffs. I really don't. They're sub 500 right now. They're 4-6 in their last 10, and they're just not playing good baseball. It's really simple. I mean, Yaz, I'm sorry, man, but you're not having a great year. You're having an average year at anything. I don't really know what's going on. They got the pieces. Joey Bart's not really playing like the Joey Bart that everyone expected. He's still playing average. Don't get me wrong. Well, that's the thing. The Giants are playing average, and last year we're used to them playing such a good baseball at a high level, and now they're just average. And that kind of goes with this next team here, the Red Sox, which are, I'm going with the power ranking 17, and they're just average too. That's the best way to put it. This team's average. They're not well. DFA Jackie Bradley Jr. Chris Sale's done for the year. That's a huge blow. I mean, JD Martinez, I would have sold him off. I don't know why you didn't trade JD Martinez. Good thing you kept Bogarts at the deadline. But yeah, they're just not playing well. Some of the errors they're making are ridiculous. I don't remember who it is, but the guy dropping like 3 fly balls or whatever at first base for the Red Sox, or I don't know, made the same mistake 3 times in one game. That's pretty rough. But yeah, in a AL East that's super strong, and you're at the bottom of the table for sure. Coming in at number 16, I got the White Sox here, 56-56 for the 500 team finally, 5-5 in their last 10. They're underperforming. It's that simple. This White Sox team should be the top of the AL Central. They're just underperforming. The pitching staff's underperforming. Hitters are underperforming. My suggestion: fire the manager. Tony La Russa, I hate him. I don't think he's a good manager. I think he's out of tune with baseball this year. Maybe back 2009, 2008, he was great, or whatever in the 90s was great. But right now, I think he's out of tune with baseball, and it's really hurting this White Sox team. Number 15, halfway through, going with the Minnesota Twins. Like the White Sox, they're underperforming just a little bit, but it did make some good moves at the deadline. They put themselves in a position to run for the wild card, or if not the AL Central title, because that is such a weak division. But they're just not great. Like they're good. Don't get me wrong. They've been playing good baseball, but nothing jumps off me at this team. They're like, oh, World Series contender. They're just average to above average team right now. Carlos Correa has not been the Carlos Correa he wasn't a Houston. Gary Sanchez is, I don't even know what Gary Sanchez is doing. Gio Urshela's been decent, I guess. Pitching test's been okay. It's just a lot of okays from this team, and it's a lot of above average okays. Moving on here, going to the 14, going Tampa Bay Rays, 58 and 52. Honestly, now we start getting into some pretty good records. Tampa's got a lot of guys that'll just chuck 100 out of the pen. You don't know them, you're going to chuck 100. I love their battle right now with the Orioles for the wild card. It's a great battle. They're in such a tough division in the AL East. Overall, though, I mean, the pitching staff's been phenomenal. Shane McClanahan is going to win Cy Young. That guy has been disgusting. But yeah, I mean, 55 and 5 in the last 10. There's not much to say, really. It's just they're not playing. They're playing good. They're just not playing good enough in such a stacked division. Going in number 13 here, I'm going with the Brewers. I had to move them down a couple from my initial one, just because they did sell Josh Hader at the deadline, which was kind of interesting. Which, I mean, it's gonna play an impact here, but you're still 60 and 50. You're 4 and 6 in your last 10, so you're on a little bit of a skid, but you're still a good team. You still got good pieces. Yelich is still good. Rowdy Tellez is having a fantastic year. Freddie Peralta hasn't been great. He's not been the Freddie Peralta everyone expected, but he's still been average to above average. Devin Williams is going to be now a full-time closer. He's going to lock it down, I think. I'm trying to think of anyone else I can remember off the top of my head. But yeah, no, they've been good. I think they're going to battle with the Cardinals for that top spot. I think they'll take the top spot eventually, and if not, I think they'll make the wild card for sure. Coming in number 12, you got the Guardians. I did not expect this. I thought the Guardians were going to be third in the Central. They're playing really well. The pitching is doing pitching things. Bieber, McKenzie, Kyle Quantrill, three-headed monster. J-Ram is having a phenomenal year. I mean, they're 7 and 3 in their last 10. They're hot, and they're catching hot at the right time right now. I'm just excited to see it. I thought, honestly, they were going to be the third-place team in the Central. I thought the White Sox were going to steamroll that division, then the Twins, and then them. But prove me wrong. I love it. Number 11 here, I might be jumping the gun, but I'm huge on the Orioles right now. 8 and 2 in their last 10, 59 wins, 52. They came out of nowhere, went on a huge 10-game win streak. I love it. I'm so happy for Baltimore. As long as you don't kick the Jays out of the playoffs, I'm still happy for Baltimore. Ali Rutschman, so glad to see him up. They got all the prospects coming up. Grayson Rodriguez was in the stands watching DJ Hall last couple days ago. DJ Hall's up there. Cedric Mullins having a good year. They traded Trey Mancini and still got pieces back. They're in a good spot. They may not win this year. They may not make the playoffs this year, but absolute W of a season if they continue at this rate. You got young guys that are starting to make an impact. The stadium's starting to get full, and I'm so happy because this team since like 2016 has been miserable. I've been so sorry for the fans, but now they have a plan and they're rolling, and they got to play the young guys and continue to play them, and that goes for a lot of the bottom teams in this list. I mean, Tigers, A's, Nats. I think they're gonna start doing the Orioles model, and it's gonna pay off. Number 22, number 10. I'm going with the Blue Jays. I don't know where I got 22 from. We're 16-50 right now. I mean, as you guys know, I'm a Jays fan. Chris is a Jays fan, so a little bit more I know about this team than anyone else. 5 and 5 in our last 10. I think this place is pretty fair. I don't think I over or under rank them, to be honest. I think they're pretty fair right now. They're in the first wild card spot. They're on a little bit of a skid, but they're hanging in there. They're just doing Blue Jay things. I mean, they're win a game, lose a game, win a game, lose a game. Got a bunch of injuries right now. The lineup's been, some days they're hot, some days they're not. It's a lot of on and off with this team. It's always been a lot of on and off with this team. I'm just hoping they catch fire towards the end of the year. I mean, off the top of my head, Manoah's been great. Teoscar's been great. George has been good when he's on the field and he's healthy. They just gotta stay healthy. Number 9, I'm going with the Mariners. 61 and 52 right now. They're 6 and 4. Great story from the Mariners. I can't wait to see them end their playoff drought. I really do think it'll be this year. J-Rod's been great. Not Mitch Haniger. Edward Angel Suarez was a good pickup. Jesse Winker, Robbie Reyes over there. Marco Gonzalez is having a quietly good season. They're catching on. They got a lot of young guys. Ty France having an MVP type season. But they're catching fire. They're playing well. I don't know the advanced stats on them, but honestly, I think they're a playoff team. I think they'll be a playoff team by the end of the whole thing. Maybe like the first or second wild card. Yeah, I not much else to say on the Mariners, to be honest, as I scroll down my power rankings list. All right, coming in number 8, I'm going with the San Diego Padres. Got Juan Soto. That's a boost. I don't care what you gave up to him. Juan Soto is the best left-handed hitter in baseball right now, in my opinion. You're 63-51. You're 5-5 in your tough NL West division. You should make the wild card theoretically, as long as you guys can stop losing games. That'll be great. But you should be okay. I mean, you got some games coming up that should be pretty easy against the Diamondbacks and them. But Juan Soto, I mean, Tatis got the ringworm thing, so he's done, which kind of sucks. Machado's having a great year. Jake Cronenworth's good. Joey Harrison Profar has been good. The rotation's been pretty good, too. Off the top of my head, what is it? Clevenger, Snell. Can't think of anyone else off my head. Why can I not think of people off the top of my head? But they've been good. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see more Padres game live. It's kind of hard when they're on the West Coast and I'm on the East Coast in a different country, but I'm very excited to see them in the playoffs. I think they'll make the playoffs, and they honestly should do really well. It kind of sucks that Tatis is gone, but they managed all season without him to get here. I don't think it'll change anything, to be honest. Number 7, going to the really big boys here. I'm going with the Cardinals. They're 8-2 in their last 10. That's the main thing. While they're higher than maybe the Padres, who have a better record, but 8-2 in your last 10, they're catching on. They're hot. Pujols is on a surge for his final season. Goldschmidt's been ridiculous. Nolan Arenado's been Nolan Arenado, and they haven't even had Jack Flaherty all year. Jose Quintana's a good pickup. Mike Mikolas has been really good. Yeah, Cardinals are going to be scary. Come playoff time, they should make a serious run, and honestly, they should win this NL Central. As long as nothing falls off the cliff, they're going to win the NL Central. And I'm very happy to see Pujols get one last run in the playoffs. Coming in number 6, just missing the top 5, I'm going with the Phillies. Phillies 62-49, very good record, 8-2 in their last 10. So like the Cardinals, they're catching hot at the right time. And I mean, Harper's been Harper, Hoskins been Hoskins. This is a team that you question their defense, and their defense has been pretty good this year. I mean, if you look at that outfield at the start of the year, it was Harper, Castellanos, and Hoskins maybe. I don't know who the third one was, but Schwarber? Yeah, Schwarber. And Hoskins, I guess, rotating DH, whatever, but that's not the strongest defensive outfield. And they've been pretty good. Pitching staff's been pretty good. The bats have been definitely coming alive. They've been mashing home runs left, right, and center, and it's been working for them. So, who knows, to keep this up, they go on a little bit of win streak, maybe move into the top 5 next week. Coming at number 5, these are the teams you can really tell separate. We're going with the Braves here. 66-46, 5-5 in their last 10. But that's okay because they are running ramp shot in that NL East with another team. I mean, they're playing really good baseball. They've lost Freddie Freeman in the offseason. Matt Olson's been a great addition. Acuna's been good. Albi's been out for the entire year, so you can't even include his production. Austin Riley's been good. Pitching-wise, Spencer Strider might win Rookie of the Year for the NL. That guy's been disgusting on the mound. Charlie Morton's been really good. So, and they got a nice back end of the bullpen still that's holding it down. So, Braves are built for the playoffs. They're built for the postseason. I expect them to make another run in the postseason. We could see them go back-to-back if everything goes according to plan and they catch hot like they did last year. But they're definitely going to make the playoffs, and they're super strong right now, and I feel sorry for any team that goes into Atlanta. Coming in at number 4, and if you asked me to make this a week ago, they would have been number 2, but I'm going with the Yankees. 71-41, but you're 2-8 in your last 10. You're not playing well in your last 10, and you're still not playing well. The Yankees are by far a very talented team on paper. Judge is having an MVP type season, but they're not performing well. It's that simple. I mean, they're first in the AL East still, and they probably will finish first in the AL East, which kind of sucks because they're still like 10 games up on the Jays, but they're not playing well. Let's put it that simple. That's why they're at number 4. Number 3, I'm going with the Houston Astros, who finally took over the best record in baseball. Very happy. 72-41, 5-5 in the last 10. They made some nice moves. Trey Mancini at the deadline. Christian Vasquez as well. I'm pretty sure the guy's catcher. Plus, you still got Bregman. You still got Yuli. You still got Jordan, who's ridiculous. The pitching staff. I mean, Lance McCullers is back healthy. Justin Verlander has been a fine wine. Like, this team's built for the playoffs, too. You could see another nasty run by the Astros. And I'm all here for it. I mean, I would love to see them win a ring not cheating. But who knows at this point? If these bats stay hot, they stay hot. I mean, 5-5 in your last 10. It's not great, but it's not amazing. It's definitely better than the Yankees 2-8. But they're hanging in there. Coming in at number 2, the second best team right now in baseball. I'm going with the Mets. I mean, 73-39. They're 8-2, and they're playing hot. And this team has been hot all around. Lindor, Alonso, Marte. Their pitching staff, they have DeGrom and Scherzer back. That's disgusting. Carlos Carrasco's there, who's been pretty decent. I know there's more that I'm missing off the top of my head. Edwin Diaz is the best closer in baseball right now with his amazing walkout. And plus they're free agent. Their trade deadline pickups have been good. Dan Vogelback's been disgusting. Love the team. Also has a great song with Milkshake, brings all the boys to the eyes, you know? But he's been great. And the Mets have been great, and it's a complete team effort. It's not one or two guys doing it. It's a complete team doing it. And if the Mets stay like this, I mean, I hate to say it, but we could see the Mets win a championship this year. I know a lot of the Mets fans hype it up and all that, but I could definitely see a Mets championship win here. Coming at number 1, the best team in baseball right now by far is the Dodgers. 77-33. They're 10-0 in their last 10. I mean, they're hot. The Dodgers are the Dodgers. Their lineup is ridiculous. It's an all-star caliber level. Same with the pitching rotation. I'm not even going to go over it. Keep it short and simple. Basically, that team should win best record in baseball. They should win the NL West and the NL title for the best team. They should honestly make it to the NLCS by easily. They're just too good. Dave Roberts is a fantastic manager. Yeah, they're just too good. So that's my first edition of the Power Rankings, guys. Let me know what you say down in the comments below. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk baseball down there as well. You can drop a like. That'd be pretty cool. And, hit the subscribe button as well. And I'll see you guys all next time. Goodbye.